You hold the camera and you just, yep, go ahead and hold it. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and hold it. You can use two hands, whatever you want to do, but you just do your best. So I can help you with this little tutorial. So it's probably easiest for you to do top and bottom, two sections.
Okay.
So clip your hair out of the way. So where I'm parting is what is called the parietal ridge. And it's the widest part of our head. It's around the temple area. I'm gonna leave the bangs out right now. So I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna do slices like that. And the back, I'll show you the back, but the back, you don't have to curl it as much. That's the advantage you have when your hair's shorter. And the style, the trend. Okay, so this is the Protect hairspray. So what the Protect hairspray does is, one, it puts some space in between the heat and your hair for thermal protection, and two, it also works more like spray starch, so it presses the hair. Same with flat ironing. Okay, so it presses the hair like when you use spray starch on a shirt. You don't have as many wrinkles. Same with flat ironing and curling. So I'm holding a vertical section. And you always want to direct a little bit forward and roll back so it lands right on the spot you want, because if you roll straight off the head and then keep the camera going but turn your head a little, if you roll straight off the head and roll, it kind of goes behind,
Right.
you know? So it's always forward and back, just like forward and back, you know? So you're really over directing forward, so the curl, we call this on base. And it's minor, but it isn't. So I'm gonna have you tilt your head. So we start the clamp at the top instead of the bottom. And it just slid down. And then you turn the iron, when you release the iron, you turn it more, and you can even take your hand and set the shape. I'm trying to give you a quick class. Always comb through. So we're doing the vertical section as opposed to a horizontal section.
Yep.
So you want to comb it, flatten it out in that direction. And then your iron, you move forward. And then I'm just kind of twisting and releasing with my thumb down here. I'm just kind of going like that if I were to do it in slow-mo. And then you come around on your other side. And I'm going forward. It's always like, you think of when you're fishing and you roll and you know, it's kind of like you're going like this. And then I'm grabbing another little piece here. And this is where you, just like with the round brush, you find your way. If I was coaching you and we were doing a class right now, it'd be different, but you find your way in the back of your head where you turn your head and you can just kind of feel it. Sometimes you do it this way, sometimes you do it this way, depending on what side you're on and if you're left or right-handed. Okay, so now I'm gonna spray this section. And I'm gonna go like this. And this hairspray is pretty dry, but you do want to give it just a second. Okay, so now we're going to repeat the process. And what's really weird sometimes with hair is sometimes you have to angle the curling iron different than you would think you'd have to angle it to get the curl to lay right. And also when the curl's hot, you can set it with your hands too. And I'll show you what I mean, if you don't already know what I mean. I'm gonna get from underneath here too. Okay, we should be able to grab all of this. We might divide that in half. Okay, so I'm gonna divide it in half right now. I'm gonna comb through it, always comb through it. I'm gonna twist, twist, twist. And then see how I'm using my hand at the end? Our hands do a lot of our finishing work. I comb through it. I'm gonna start up at the scalp. My finger is like releasing this iron. And so I'm kind of like molding the curl too. It's not just, you know, I'm not stationary. I'm moving with it, so to speak. I'm dancing with the iron. Okay, now I'm gonna try to do this whole curl. There might be a time where you first start where you have to, again, take the top piece, right?
Okay.
And we also don't have the curl coming up as high. We have more drag now. So we're not curling our hair up at the top of our head like we used to. So it's okay. See how there's only two, see how much longer this is right here? So I can roll this. I'm not gonna get the curl up here.
Right.
Which I really don't totally want up there. So I'm actually not gonna split this section because I don't want the curls to necessarily start on the top of my head. So I'm grabbing this piece. Remember, I'm gonna go forward and back, forward and back. So I'm going forward. And I keep pushing when I say forward and back. I'm grabbing that curl. I'm pushing forward even as I'm rolling. You're always pushing forward to stay. And you can see if you can't see right there, but you can see it's like it's on base. Go ahead and hold it. I know your arm's getting tired.
Okay.
It's right in the middle of its section.
Is this a pop out?
Yep.
Can I?
Oh, yeah. Got it. Okay, so this one again. Bringing it out here. I know I'm trying to, it's like I need a cameraman, but this is helpful. Turning it here. Pulling forward. Clamping those ends. And then the finishing, you're actually turning the curling iron. And then I have this piece. Yep.
Am I
you're
still
on.
on?
Yep, you're on. You're on. Okay. And sometimes, just like anything else, you have to redo a piece. I'm pulling forward towards the front of your head. So as I'm rolling, I'm still pushing forward. Does that make sense? And then I'm gonna do this little top back piece. And you might have to use your hand mirror for a minute. Once you get used to it, that's why when I'm teaching, we start on mannequin heads, because you get eyes in the back of your head. And you can see what I'm doing because you're doing it. Rather than trying to teach, it's beautiful. Okay?
I've got a mirror set up
You want to go the other side?
in my bathroom where I can see my back of my head.
Okay. Yeah, because
It's still backwards, but I can see.
Yep, you got it right there. So now I'm doing this last one right here. I know today I was like, is there something I can order that I can put the camera like right on my chin? I could do a GoPro. Okay, I gotta spray this side. Now, because I can, I'm doing a little bit deeper of a section because I'm standing back here. So now I'm pushing this way and rolling back this way, pushing this way and rolling back this way. And this is what we don't want, is a strong tail sometimes. Sometimes that wasn't smooth through there. I didn't comb through it. Sometimes you do have to like redo a piece. The tails are in style, but sometimes it's not. And you can't see this right now, but now it's smooth, where it was kind of all compressed together. Okay, I'm gonna spray this side now. Now this side, you can probably do in one, well, no, with your longer underneath, we're still gonna do two. Okay, so we got that. And then I'm going to, yep, you're good right there. I'm gonna spray it. Cute haircut. Who's your stylist?
Her name's Annie. But don't call her.
Don't call her.
She'll call you.
Well, yeah. You have to have the secret code to get into her. Okay. So I have the curling iron on 380. I could easily do yours on 350. I'm turning it down. Turning down the heat. Now, we should be starting right there, but I'm just gonna keep working around this way. I combed through it. And now again, I'm pulling forward and back. Yep, you're on it. Forward and back. Using your comb. Combing through your section always. I can't, whether you're flat ironing or curling. Forward. I didn't quite get that one totally on base, but that's okay. Paul Mitchell just came out with a bendable, an iron that bends. Like, I haven't
Really?
played with it yet. Yeah.
This seems
So,
tricky.
it's called the Angle. And I'm going to have you, since I'm doing your hair, go like that. Yeah. Okay. So, yep, you're on. So I'm going forward. And the goal is, before you start loosening, is to start as close to the head as you can. Mm-hmm. Underneath, at least. Okay, that's supposed to be a comb. And turn your head towards me. Yep, keep the camera there. Yep, perfect. So right here, I'm going forward. And that's why at the top right there, at times when you twist that, it gets the curl closer into the scalp if you have a little bit of drag. Okay. So now we're at the top. So I'm going to spray the top section. I'm going to spray underneath. And right now, the curls are cooling. With most hair, we want to let the hair curl. Very few people, cool. Very few people, the curl goes so tight that you can't stretch it. You almost have to have very coarse, curly hair, wavy hair to begin with. So, we're letting those curls cool. And a lot of the times people take too wide of a section. And that's the key too. You do not want to take too wide of a section, or you don't have a balanced shape. So this right here, and you'll start to see at times we've all had to divide. So you can see if I go to curl it like this right now, it's going to have that long drag, right? So I'm just reiterating that we
Go forward and
go
back.
forward. And see, and right now I'm gripping onto the tail that we call it. So I have more leverage. And then